K100 Radio.
I ain't gonna say this making nobody go out here and kill nobody.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? No, music is just like, it's like a book. It's storytelling. When you open that book, you know, when you switch the page, you never know what you're gonna see, what you're gonna get.
Right.
I don't need
that scares some people too.
I don't need to destroy you or your opinion for us to disagree.
Right, right.
Who are you touching? If you got them fans, them 1,000, them 10,000, them 100,000 that believe in you and they look to you for motivation.
I mean, could you ever stop loving your mom?
No.
I can't stop loving music.
That's what it is.
Stop. You know what I'm saying?
You can't stop. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, we all know somebody that knows us.
Right.
You know, so
right.
if I'm rapping about I do this, at the end of the day, somebody, nah, that's not you.
Labels ain't doing nothing but looking at them numbers,
right,
and seeing what you already been getting in. If it's something they can jump on the bandwagon with, they at you. If not,
K100 Radio.
The biggest, hottest DJs in the game, man. DJ Screams. Of course, I got the big homie Mystical in here with me, man. Welcome to the broadcast. This guy right here, man. Colonel Loud. Uncle Birdie's in the motherfucking building, man. K100 Radio, man. The big boss himself, man. OG Benzino. The big homie Cap One is in the building, man. K100 Radio, man.
Johnny Blaze right here on K100 Radio, man. Don't go nowhere.
We appreciate you, my homie Young Jock, man, coming through, man. Juvenile, man. Juvie the Great. What's going on with you, brother, man? Lucci in the building, man. Just kissed motherfucking stage. Oh, the homie Trav just went in. You feel me? Miss Deb Adney, the queen is in the building.
What's up? It's your girl, Tisha Campbell Martin, and I'm rocking with K100 Radio.
Hey, the homie Sorry the Kid. What's up, homie? So, again, this is Scotty ATL. Live stream, what up, man? Triple OG, man. The homie Bigger Rankin in the building, man. What's up, brother? What's in here right here in the building? Don't go nowhere. Just pause. All right, man. Gorilla Joe is in the building, man. Introduce yourself to our broadcast.
Man, Zay Token checking in live.
With the homie D.O.B. in the building. Yo, what's up, man?
Shouts out to the homie Yo Gotti in here.
Show, man, you know.
K100 Radio.
Money.
What's good? This is Kelby Cannon, publisher of Making It Magazine, here to let all my independent artists, producers, and DJs know about MakingItMag.com. Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connections. Just log on to MakingItMag.com, sign up for your membership, and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's MakingItMag.com, doing dope stuff for dope artists, 10 years strong.
MidwestMixtapes.com, the #1 website for Midwest rap. MidwestMixtapes.com. They promote and market albums, mixtapes, singles, and videos. MidwestMixtapes.com. They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio.
K100, you bastard.
Let's get to it, shall we?
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
What's up, good people? What's happening? K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. Welcome everybody to another round of our direct line interviews on K100 Radio. We're going to have a really dope, straight, direct conversation with our special guest. Today, we rocking out. We got a double header for you today. We rocking out with the homie Bobby Jae. First, you know what I'm saying, representing Green Boys. All right, let me go ahead and bring my homie on the line over here. Hey, yo, Bobby Jae, what's good, fam? What up, though?
Hey, what's up, my guy? What's going on with you, man? Happy late Easter to you and everything.
Everything, all of that, brother. What's good, fam?
Oh, man, everything is good, man. Just living life, man. I'm just blessed to be here. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I'm glad to have you, man. You know, you've been on the show before, but this time we got something specific we talking about. And we're going to be talking about the new movie that you got going out. We're going to listen to some music and stuff, but we talking about codes, man. My homie has put in the work.
Yes, sir.
He's got a movie coming out that he produced, that he directed, that he executive produced and put it together. Greenhouse Films, official debut. So listen, Bobby Jae, first of all, another round of applause just for getting to this particular point, brother.
Hey man, I sure appreciate that, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's been a long path, you know what I mean?
So let's talk about that path, man. First of all, I want to know what inspired you to even decide that you wanted to, you know, create a movie, man. I know a lot of people say, yeah, you know, I love movies and I watch movies, but it's one thing to be a fan of movies. It's a whole other thing to go out, spend your money, your hard-earned money, go out securing locations, paying actors, paying for equipment, paying for all the stuff that it costs to create a film and get it done. That takes a level of dedication. That's not like just going into the booth, dropping a record. That's a lot of work, man. What really inspired you to actually want to go out and do codes?
Well, from the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying, when I first had the brain baby, you know what I'm saying, popped in my head to actually do a film, I was, you know, because I got an independent record label with artists.
Right.
So at the time, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to create something to put together, something to bring some more light and exposure to them as artists. You know what I'm saying? Put more light and add more things to their catalog and everything. And it just went from one thing to another thing. You know what I mean? Cause like when I originally wrote the storyline for it, you know, I turned in like 15 pages. And then when I got it back, you know, I turned in like 15 pages with like 7 characters. You know what I mean? Enough of each character on my team had a role. And then when I got the script back, you know what I'm saying, it was a 72 scene script, 51 characters. So it went from 15 pages of 7 characters to 72 scenes and 51 characters. So it just came into it just blossomed into a full blown movie. You know what I mean?
Right. So I mean, and I know. Okay, so Green Boys is a label, and now it's Green Boys Films.
Yeah, Green Boy Records.
Green Boys Records. But now you got Green Boys Films, which is another division, correct?
Well, yeah, it's Green Boy Records. You know what I'm saying? It's a record label, and then I got Greenhouse Films, which is the film company, the film and media side of it.
Okay, yeah, Greenhouse. My
bad.
Yeah,
Greenhouse Films.
Yeah, that's literally on the screen. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I literally got it going across the screen right now. I don't know why I said Green Boys. Greenhouse Films is literally on the screen right now if you're looking at this on YouTube. Greenhouse Films. But listen, fam, I mean, so I understand it kind of sometimes feels like a natural progression with artists kind of going into movies, because I mean, we have to shoot videos for our records. We have to kind of sort of bring out another side, another personality when we get in front of the camera. You know, we kind of have to, you have to brand yourself. You have to do all the stuff that it kind of takes to not necessarily be a trained actor per se, but in order to even portray a world that's in your mind, to get into a visual medium, you kind of sort of have to do that as an artist. So how hard was it for you to transition in from just being an artist and really doing music and going over into this? Like, tell me about the actual transition. How much more work? Like, did you want to quit sometimes? Like, did you kind of feel like you bit off more than you could chew at sometimes, or what?
I mean, I never wanted to quit. And, of course, you know, at certain times within this process, you know what I mean, it was like, damn, boy, what I get into? You know what I'm saying? But being the type of dude that I am, once I get into something, I say I'm going to do something, I got to do it. And I got to see it all the way through and finish it no matter what it takes, you know what I mean, to complete that project. That's what got to be done. Because once I start something, like, I ain't a quitter. So once I start something, I'm not going to quit it. You know what I mean? But it was at first it was rough, and then it was like, bro, this is what you doing. You know what I mean? This is what I mean. Like, you ain't got to be Denzel. You ain't got to be this. You ain't got to be that. But we don't know what we doing. We just got an idea and a plan and some money and some cameras and good equipment and some people that know what they doing let's pull this together. Let's make it happen. So it's like, you know, putting a bunch of ingredients in that pot, you're gonna come up with that good gumbo. You know what I mean? That's what happened. And I was just blessed and fortunate enough to have people around me at the time I was doing this to be able to do what I did. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And, you know, it's one thing that you just said is real important for me. Like, you was like, okay, listen, I ain't got to be Denzel. Like that's like, it's the same way with music. Like, sometimes we work so hard, especially when you're independent, because you want to put your best foot forward. You kind of, even though you're not Denzel, you're putting out a movie, so you feel like you still kind of slick competing with them. Just like as an independent artist, you know you ain't got the same budget as Drake, but when you put music out there, you know what I'm saying? If you believe in yourself, you're going to feel like, I can see Drake. So you want your bars and your music to be just as good. So even when you're creating the film, no, you're not, you know, you're not Universal Pictures or MGM, you know, but you putting it out there, so you kind of want to, you know, same way with
you
music.
want to compete. You know what I mean? You want to put you want to put your best foot forward. You don't want to put no bullshit out there, nothing out there that's gonna be crazy. You want to do your best with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's about growth. You know what I mean? And learning is like with anything that you do. You know what I mean? Your first one is always gonna be kind of shaky and rocky, but you got to try to put your best out there. You know what I mean? And you got to make it happen. But you know, as the more you continue to keep doing it and growing and growing and doing it, but like a lot of this stuff, you know what I mean? It was kind of natural with us. You know what I mean? It was like the cast that I reached out to be a part of this film. You know what I mean? They took it serious as I was taking it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they was looking at it like, shit, bro, it's a good look for me. And plus, it's me. You know what I mean? Like you say, this ain't music, so you can't just, okay, hold up, keep that, let's go back and erase that, let me redo this over. Nah, bro, it's going to be, this is what they're going to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put in this work. You know what I'm saying? You got to convince folks that the role that you're playing and that the character you're trying to portray and bring across comes to life. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Good stuff, fam. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
And rocking out with my homie Bobby Jae right here. Representing Green Boys ENT, Greenhouse Films, and Greenhouse Films. Make sure I get that right this time. You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro. So what is Codes about? All right. So what is the movie about? Like, it's called Codes. Give me the rundown. Give me the synopsis of the movie. Like, what they gonna get into when they see it?
Man, you know how, like, all right, when we living, like, every day, you know, as grown men and women out here doing what we do, you know what I mean? We got codes that we live by. You know what I mean? Certain things we stand for that we ain't going to go for, that we ain't going to do this and do that. So I was sitting in my mind, run, you know what I mean? It's like a ping pong ball sometimes. It's just bouncing off the side to side. So I'm like, okay, well, shit, we got our own codes and we do what we do. All right, if I'm a stick-up kid, what kind of codes do I got? You know what I mean? As a stick-up kid, the only codes I could come up with was, you got it, I want it, I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And as a stick-up kid, it's like ain't nobody, as a stick-up kid, is nobody is safe. You know what I'm saying? And this movie was like, I put together a nice little storyline, the plot, but it involved a couple of stick-up kids doing their thing, and a couple of things started backfiring. You know what I mean? Like I say, the stick-up kid, you got it, I want him to take it. This nigga Pookie was crazy, and he was just robbing everybody. He didn't give a damn who he robbed from. Mama, auntie, sister, brother, cousin, all that. He was just, if you got it, I want him taking it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the type of situation that it was. You know what I mean? So it's just basically, it's a urban street film. You know what I mean? Based upon the hood for the stick-up kids. You know what I'm saying?
All right, good stuff. Now,
it's a good plot to it though.
Let me ask you this. I don't know. I think some of these fucking stick-up kids, some of these cats are just completely wild with it, like straight crazy. But I met stick-up kids who like, I don't rob old people, or you know what I'm saying, like I don't rob no little, you know what I'm saying. They basically rob. I met some moralistic stick-up dudes. Like, I know they stick-up dudes, but I felt safe around them, even though I know that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because like, they only going to rob. They kind of have some sort of a moral set, but I guess.
So they morals is like, I'm not gonna take out no old folk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I know some cats like that too. You know what I'm saying? But some stick up kids is like, I don't give a damn. I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? If you got it, I want it. I'm taking it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, then when the nigga was doing his dirt, he still had a team of niggas that he was looking out for too, and giving back and trying to do good, because everybody ain't bad. You know what I mean? They just do bad shit sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what was the hardest part about, because this was your first movie coming off of the company, what was the hardest part outside of the money? Because money is the easy answer. Okay, so it costs money to put movies together. So obviously getting the budget together is going to be one of the more difficult, if not the most difficult in a situation like this when you're creating something. But after getting the budget together, what was the hardest part about actually completing the movie?
Probably the editing process of it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, like, in my mind, you know, I'm looking at it because I'm coming in this as from being an artist. And like you say, you know, we're in the studio, it's a different process of putting out music than it is putting out film. You understand what I'm saying? So the editing process on this, and being like I said, we had like almost like 72 scenes. So it's a lot of footage. You know what I'm saying? So with us, I say the hardest part with the whole film was the editing process. The shooting it wasn't the hard part. The getting the characters together wasn't the hard part. Getting the locations together, that wasn't the hard part. Getting the cast together, that wasn't the hard part. The hardest part for this whole film right now was the editing process and the time it took for my editors to get done, for me to get the actual project that I'm saying, okay, yeah, I'm comfortable with this. So to me, it was like the editing process is the hard part.
You know, I don't get me wrong. I'm gonna tell you, and you know me, you know, kind of sort of, you know, my background and the work I've done on some films and stuff. So I'm an editor. So people who may be listening to this and they don't know, if you want to holler at us and give Bobby Jae a shout out, or just say something, if you're a part of the movie, if you're part of the Green Boys movie, or anything, and you checking us out live, hit the switchboard. We want to holler at you, talk about, you know, your contributions. Area code 516-387-1523. I pinned it up on the board over there on Instagram, and you can see it going across the screen on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. 516-387-1523. Call that switchboard real quick, and we'll bring you on the line so you can, you know, speak your piece and give some shout outs. But I want to make sure that everybody understands that. So I'm hearing Bobby Jae say that, and he's saying the editing. And to me as an editor, even though I know how much work goes into editing, I always felt like that was the easy part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt like, because I'm an editor myself, I felt like, oh, well, really, for this part, all I got to kind of do is kind of sit in front of the computer and just do my job. But, however, I understand your point, because when you're shooting the movie, when you give it to the editor, you know what I'm saying? We can only work with what you give us. We can only work with what you give us. So if you don't shoot it correctly, or if you don't have the sound right on this scene, or if this scene looks crazy because you got too much light, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, I can't use this really good scene because you've got a whole problem with the background noise. You can't hear any of the dialogue. It's crazy. I understand. Exactly. I understand from that point right there. So I guess, yeah, if you've never done it before, I tell you what, the next movie, you won't have hardly anywhere near as many problems with the editor, because you'll know what to avoid while you're shooting the next time.
Oh yeah. We with that process now, where it's like everything we're doing now is getting easy, because like we haven't stopped working. You know what I mean? Like I got a couple of shorts out right now. It's on Vimeo, and we in the process of working on a couple other shorts and another full length. So the things that, like you say, the next ones, you know, we super learning. You know what I mean? My editors now, salute to E.I. Shoot and Vic Morrell, they know their way around DaVinci and everything we using now as far as like the editing and all that good stuff right now. So it's way more crazy now with the editing and faster, and the process and the turnaround is done right, because like you say, now we know what we're doing and how to do it and how to shoot certain scenes and how to try to stay with the storyline to the script. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, which is very important as well. K100 Radio. If you guys are calling in to show some love for the Codes interview, please press the number 1 on the keypad. Press the number 1 on your keypad so I know that you want to highlight us real quick and chop it up with Bobby Jae. We are live. This is K100 Radio. This is a direct line interview.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
We got some music too, man. We got some music from the soundtrack. So I want to make sure that I drop that music in a minute, man. But we got a couple people that want to holler at us, Bobby Jae, real quick, while we got you on the phone. Hold on, real quick. Let me see something.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me check the phone lines real quick. Hold on. Area code 803. What up? Who this? 803-316. What up?
Hey, this Demo, man. What's good? Peace and blessings. What's good with you?
Oh, one of the stars of the movie, I think we got right here. Demo, what's going on, brother? What's happening?
Look.
Boy Records in the building.
All right.
What's good? What's good?
All right. So I know you in the movie, bro. Tell me what's your part. Who you play in the movie?
Well, Lick, you know, I'm one of the stick-up kids, you know, Jay was talking about, you know what I'm saying, you know, we just live a different type of code, you know, so, you know, if it's something we want, we gonna go get, you know what I mean, and that was, you know, Jay, you know what I'm saying, Pookie, that's like my, you know, we was like, you know, like brothers, you know what I'm saying,
right.
So we took it a little more serious than others.
Well, was this your first time playing in a movie? Was this your first role as an actor in a movie?
Yeah. This is my first one, man. But we just took it serious. Most of us, took it serious. Just like we out there performing on the stage, man. That's just one of the things we do. We have to get in that zone, and just be ready to perform. So that's all we saw it as, really, as a performance in front of the camera too. So you can't get no better than that.
Always. You're always performing. You kind of sort of always performing, especially when you're in public, when you're an artist. Like, I'm saying, everybody be like, I'm 100% me all the time. Nigga, no, you ain't. Not for real. Not 100% every time. Everywhere you go, you stop playing. Like, sometimes you gotta kind of, put your artist hat on, when you step out of the door. You feel me? In the same way when you acting. I want to check this other phone line, Bobby, because I want to make sure I got time to play the music you sent me. So, let me check this other number real quick. Area code 678-698. What up? Who this?
Hey, man, you already know, man. It's Mr. 1159 Green Boys in the building.
All right. 1169 Green Boys in the building. What's going on, Jamal? What's happening?
Little boy.
Definitely, you already know, man. The most definitely general of the whole movie, man.
Hold on. What's your role in the movie? What you got going on in the movie?
You already know, man. My role in the movie is playing one of the OGs, trying to get my money back. They messed up my cash flow. I got to see about my money, check my pocket, and I got to connect with the crew. Got to put everybody out here.
So tell me about it, man. Just talk to me real quick about what it was like, shooting with Demo and with Bobby Jae and everybody, the whole cast and crew and everything. What was the experience like?
Man, my whole cast was really like shooting our videos, but elaboration, deep to it, knowing your roles, knowing your lines, instead of, knowing your performance and knowing the background. You just do your research and, study your lines and, take care of your business. I mean, if you know how Green Boys videos is, you know how we get down.
Listen, no, man. Listen, no.
Absolutely. I know. I'm trying. Hey, listen, this interview is for the people, not me. I know. This is for the people watching. Again, matter of fact, speaking of the people watching, shout out to everybody that may be watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching it on Facebook, if you're listening to this on our podcast on Spotify, please make sure you follow the podcast on Spotify or SoundCloud. And if you're watching on Instagram, welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in to this interview with Bobby Jae and the rest of the Green Boys, Greenhouse Films crew over here. Demo, 1169. On the check-in. All right. So listen, fellas, I got another interview coming up. So I'm gonna pause the line on Demo and Mr. 1169 right there, and I'm gonna get back to you, Bobby. So we got this music, man. And I want to talk to you specifically about, what it's like, because here's the thing. Even if you're an artist and you don't necessarily want to get all the way into like film, or you don't want to be an actor, of course, obviously, back in the day when especially when rap first came out, like getting on a soundtrack was the shit. Like that was it. Like you felt like, yo, you gotta if you was on one of them Above the Rim soundtracks, or say something wild like that, or New Jack City, like you was like, yo, you already knew what it was. Like getting on a soundtrack for a movie used to be the absolute shit. So fast forward all these years later, and now we've got a plethora of platforms. A lot easier to shoot movies and make them and get them out. A lot of platforms to put them out there. And so with that being said, just like it's a lot easier to create music in the digital age, we've got this marriage that comes about where all the independent films are rocking with the independent artists because they need music, because ain't no such thing as a movie with no music. That shit don't happen. Right?
Exactly.
So it's got to be a soundtrack.
Got to put together a good score.
It's got to have a score.
Put together a score.
Got to have a score. So tell me about that process before I play some of these songs. Like, I know you're gonna rock with your crew, your crew, but you've got other people and other music. How was that whole situation worked out with the film and reaching out to other artists, getting the soundtrack and the score together?
Man, well, what I did, when I had the process, when I said, okay, I'm gonna do the movie, my mind went back to the Above the Rims, the Minister Society, the New Jack Cities. When the movies was coming out, they had the hot ass soundtrack. I was like, yo, we got to put together a hot soundtrack. So I reached out to my Green Boy brother Flo, World Music, and I hollered him about becoming on board and being my music supervisor. So we ran some submissions, and we had artists submitting music from all over. And then it got narrowed down to like 15, and like you were saying, like as far as my team, like only one person outside my team is even on the soundtrack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's Demo. Demo got a record on the soundtrack called Stick Up Kid. I don't even have a record on the soundtrack. You know what I mean? But the soundtrack is mostly other independent artists spread it out in Atlanta, Detroit, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, you know what I'm saying, New York, Alabama, stuff like that, you know what I mean, that submitted, it's a dude on there from Minnesota, you know what I mean, that submitted music and it got chose because the music fit the content and the way the vibe of the soundtrack or the way the movie was flowing, the way the score was going, and just the whole all-around process of the way I want to put it out.
Good stuff, man. So I got a couple of these records, but I got to make sure I got to get somebody. I got to squeeze these records in because 30 minutes goes fast when you're having a real conversation. But this interview slated for 30 minutes, so we want to make sure we don't short our next guest. So listen, man, it's been great talking to you, brother. But I got to go ahead and pull up this music. So all right, I got I got 2 records. I know you guys sent me. I got the joint by Joe Green, which I'm familiar with this artist too as well. I got one Gully Boy. Which one of these joints you want me to rock first?
Man, play you got to play the codes, the Joe Green, you know what I mean, the homie Joe Green, you know, that's the homie. Salute to Joe Green out there at Scottsdale, you know what I'm saying, that's the homie. I reached out to him and was like, yo, I'm shooting a movie, I need the title song did, you know what I mean, and I went to this, he was like, pull up on me, I'm in the studio. So I pulled up on him, gave him the breakdown, the synopsis on the actual storyline, the plot of the song, and we sat there and from beginning to end, we put together codes, you know what I'm saying, and so that's like the title song to the movie, you know what I mean? And the homie Joe Green blessed me with that. So, salute to Joe Green, you know what I mean, doing this thing out here, man.
Shout out to the homie. I've met him before. I've talked to him before. He's a cool dude. Makes some really dope-ass motherfucking music. Real dope music for the streets. Definitely shout out to that east side over there. All right, so listen. K100 Radio, this is a direct line interview. Again, I'm your host, Blizzman. We're chopping it up with the homie Bobby Jae, all right? And we're talking about the movie that he's got coming out called Codes. We chopped it up with some of the other actors, some of the people that's featured in the movie and stuff like that. It's been really dope, man. But this right here, this is the soundtrack, the title track from the movie Codes. Shout out to that East Side Scottsdale. The homie Joe Green dropped this joint on us.
Yeah.
So let's check this out, man. This is K100 Radio. You guys let me know what you think about this. Remember, subscribe to that YouTube channel and all that good stuff. Let's go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
You know what type of shit we come from, nigga. Yeah. Diamond Cartiers. Got that from moving squares. I just bought a fur and that bitch fit me like a bear. Yeah. Lil' bitch say I'm going broke. I look at that hoe like where? Yeah. Try me if you want it, you get lit up like the fair. Yeah. This water all on me, I don't even trip no more. Yeah. I been taking Perkins lately, I don't even sip no more. Yeah. Call a bad bitch at the strip club, I don't even tip no more. Nah. I'm sending texts to her phone like take this trip, little hoe. Yeah. And your friend can go if she want me. I got a big bag out of cone. I been in the club kicking major shit. I'm in here giving down to the own. I'm just vibing in my mode. I be sticking to the code. Ain't got no feeling for these hoes. Cash out my partner down the road. Who you think I do this for? 100 bottles, that's just for us. Jump out that dually truck. 100 eyes and that's just on us. That big nigga cool as fuck. I'm like Rocky on style, nigga know I'm going up. Treat it like a kid with a toy, you know I tore it up. Nigga look at me like TNT, they know I'm blowing up. You just sack up watching TBT, TV on the floor and stuff. Yeah, had a GMC, but I really want a foreign truck. Yeah, they be playing with these niggas, but they know that ain't what I'm going for. Stick it to the code, 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 stick it to the code. Yeah, cry my heart and hold it down, stick it to the code. I ain't never told, stick it to the code. Put that shit on my money, I never ever fold. Stick it to the code, stick it to the code, stick it to the code. I been sticking to the code, stick it to the code. I been sticking to the code. Stick it to the code, stick it to the code, I been sticking to the code. I been popping perky like my back hurt. Stick it to the code, stick it to the code. I pull a check out, she gon' make her back work. She just sticking to the code, sticking to the code. I pop it for a real nigga, let me see you back, bitch. Have her riding around with them pound like a fat bitch. Walking out of Neiman Market, these shoes come from Sack, bitch. Yeah, that little hoe find me but she be lying like an actress. I can't trust a soul, hold that cup, we got them bricks in him. And we got them sticks in him. Get your ass spit in him. Got your partner bitch in him. She fucking like a flick in him. Folks, bitch, you know I'm pushing buttons like an engineer. Steak and shrimp, calamari, that is shit that I be on. I take that little brother down the fire and told him get her home. I don't sell the game, but did the real one get a couple zone. I don't smoke that budget strong. I don't get no fucking zone. Told him if it's up, it's up. Lately I've been up as fuck. Grandma got a new prescription, so that with a double cup. That bitch keep calling me the devil, that fire on me like Lucifer. She ain't the one I'm deucing them. Stick to the code, I'm used to them. Stick to the code, stick it to the code.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
That's the name of the movie. This is K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards!
Right. My man Bobby J's on the line. Before we get ready to roll out, Bobby J. Before we get ready to roll out, man, I got my next interview coming up. I got to check the lines in a minute to see if they on the line. Bobby J, how can they watch this movie? When does the movie come out? Is it available now? What's up?
June 17th, you know what I'm saying? The film will be out on June 17th. It's going to be, I'm going to have it, I got codethemovie.com. It's going to be straight there. It's going to be on Vimeo. I got a Roku channel. Greenhouse Films is going to be on the Roku channel. Going straight to DVD. I'm having a premiere, green carpet event type, everything going down in June, man. So it's going down, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down like a plane crash out this bitch, man.
All right, man. When you're having the premiere, I hope I'll be here. I hope I can pull up for the premiere, man. I don't know when is the premiere, because I got a busy June.
It's gonna be June 17th. It's gonna be that Friday night.
God damn it, Bobby.
You ain't gonna be in the city, man?
Nah, I'll be in Vegas. I'll be in Vegas on June that week.
Oh man, go on, goddamn, enjoy yourself. You know, you can still watch it though.
I will.
Still watch it in Vegas.
All right, man. Well, listen, I ain't gonna. I can't tell you. I gotta shoot it to you straight. I'm gonna be upset if I miss that. That would be dope. I would like to be there. But listen, man. Shout out to you, man. Keep riding. Next movie, I need to be on that soundtrack. I need a part. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna do my plug live on the air. You know what I'm saying? I want to be. I'm trying to give me a part. I'm trying to give you a slot on that soundtrack. Straight up. No flex.
I got you, man. You can best believe that, because you already told me, so I got to hold you to that.
I'm telling you. I'm with it, man. I rock with you, man. Bobby J, K100 Radio. All the social media, dog. Social media handles. Everything. Social media.
Man, Greenhouse Films, Felder Films with a Z, FILMZ, man, at Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? Bobby J910, OG Bobby, you know what I'm saying? On Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Green Boy Records, Records with a Z, RECORDZ, man. Everything else is spelled right.
Absolutely,
Code
man.
the movie, man. June 17th, man. It's coming out, man. Y'all get ready for this thing, man. Salute to my guy. Salute to Show Enough Pimpin'. He played my pops in there. Salute to Big Tigger. She played my auntie May. You know what I'm saying? Salute to City Boy NT, Rena Creek, my management. You know what I'm saying? They all up in there, man. It's going down, man. It's a star-studded event, man. Salute to Annie O, World Music for the work they put in on the soundtrack. Tony Bone, Gully the Boy down in Florida, everybody, man, just the whole squad.
And I'm gonna lead out with that I'm gonna lead out with that before I get ready for my next interview. Gully the Boy featuring Jordan.
Yeah.
The name of that joint is called Same OG. That's
Same
the song
OG.
that's the song I'm gonna ride the interview out with. Let me check my phone lines real quick. Bobby J, I'll get up with you, bro. You know I see you on the ground, brother. Good stuff. All right.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Salute to K100 Radio, man. From day one, been the same since I've been knowing them. I love you, boys. Appreciate it, man.
All love over here, dog.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Hold on.
K100, you bastards.
Let me check my phone lines for my next caller. Hold on a second. Let me see if they're on the phone line. I gotta find the messenger. It is area code 912. This the messenger?
Yeah, this is the messenger right here.
Hey, what's going on, homie? Stand by. We got you on deck. You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, good stuff. Stand by. All right, K100 Radio, thanks everybody for rocking out with us, man. Listen, I'm getting ready to go to the next interview. Please don't go anywhere. If you're watching this live right now on YouTube, Instagram, listening in, all of that, please don't go nowhere. The number to call in to show some love and support for the next interview is 516-387-1523. Again, if you want to chop it up and rock out with the messenger and give him a shout out at the end of the interview or maybe in the middle of the interview, we don't know if we're going to bring you on the air. Just hit that phone line, 516-387-1523. I'm going to get ready to switch over to the next interview and get ready. As we ride out, check out this song. This is on the Coles movie too. Same OG. Gully the Boy featuring Jordan. Check it out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Ill will make the beat bounce.
If I could rewind as a time, I wouldn't change a thing. 'Cause that made me. I'm moving forward one step at a time. I thank the Lord 'cause He saved me. And I'm still the same OG. I'm still the same OG. I'm still the same OG. I'm still the same OG.
They say the streets talking. I sit back and listen. Took my apron off. Hopped up out that kitchen. Found comfort somewhere in this middle class living. Cause I heard they giving L notes for baking biscuits. Graduated to a chef from a dishwasher. When my OG saw me whipping, he was wristwatching. Gave me the proposition, the double up. I mixed that YOLO with that soda and she thickened up. Drop that ice in that pot and she froze up. Put that razor to that rock and I came up. Prayed for a lot, especially that change. Took that little money and invested in the business plane. Look at me, a young mogul, I'm a business man. Suit and tie fella, without a suit and tie. My granny told me, watch them niggas with that side eye. I live with principles, granny, look, I got mob ties.
Cause it saved me. And I'm still the same OG. I'm still the same OG. Yeah, I'm still the same OG.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and
Everybody that's rocking out for the
R&B.
second interview. I appreciate you guys. You know the drill.
K100, you bastards.
What up, y'all? Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. I appreciate everybody that's rocking out with us, man. Listen, this is another direct line interview on K100 Radio. We are rocking out now with the homie The Messenger, all right? And we're going to bring the homie over here on the phone line real quick. Let me pull him up. Hold on. Messenger, what's good, fam? What up, though?
What's good, man? You already know, man. How's it going?
I'm good, man. What's up? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you for...
yeah, man, I appreciate this, man. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely, man. So I'm glad you got a chance to chop it up with us, man. First of all, I'm going to start the music real quick. I'm going to pause, all right, and let you give out, you know, some pertinent information. Who you are, where you from. Just let my audience know who we rocking with, man. You got it? Go ahead.
Got you. Hey, man, y'all already know who that is. It's The Messenger. Hey, man, I'm a country boy from Pearson, Georgia. I've been doing music for about 3 years now, seriously. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hip-hop, R&B. I write, I engineer. I do it all, anything dealing with music. Shout out to my, you know what I'm saying, my family. Shout out to my wife for holding it down for me. Shout out to the team, PVMG. Shout out to my manager, DJ Swag, for, you know what I'm saying, helping me out and making these moves. And shout out to my engineer, my A&R, Flo Singleton, for, you know, helping me stay locked in and stay in the pocket with the music, man. It's been a journey. I just got off tour, just did a 3-city tour with Moss Entertainment out of Atlanta, Georgia. We hit Indianapolis, we hit Cincinnati, and we hit Louisville. And, man, that was a great experience, man. So I'm just rocking out, man. I'm staying consistent and staying, you know, in the people's face so they realize who I am as an artist and what I bring to the table.
Man, dope stuff, bro.
You are tuned to the K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
We rocking out, man. This is The Messenger, man. The homie says he represents Pearson, Georgia. This is another one of our direct line interviews over here on K100 Radio. This is where we give a chance to really have a straight-up conversation with our artists, man. So this This featured artist, The Messenger, he just gave a real quick introduction, man. But I want to talk a little bit more about everything that he's got going on, man. Shout out to his whole team. Shout out to my guy, DJ Swag, his manager, somebody that we've been knowing for years. Man, first of all, where is Pearson, Georgia? Where is that at? The homie Robert, the Messenger,
man.
Representing Pearson, Georgia, man. Where is that at, bro?
Pearson, Georgia is literally in the middle of nowhere. But, like, it's in the city of everything. So, like, if people are familiar with Valdosta or Waycross or Douglas or Tifton, like, you're right there in the middle. Yeah, it's a city of two red lights. I mean, I put it like this. Everybody know who Tyreek Hill is.
Yeah.
Just got traded to the Miami Dolphins. Tyreek Hill is from Pearson, Georgia.
I did not know that until today. And I love football. I love football, and I learned something today on the show. But right down there, going through Onion County, right down 75, like you're going toward. If you're leaving Atlanta, going to Jacksonville, you'll find it somewhere up in there on 75. Pretty much. That's.
Oh yeah, you'll find it. Matter of fact, well, for me, you gotta hit 82 or 441 to pass through Highway 82 or 441 to pass through Pearson. If you take the interstate, you'll never see my city.
All right.
It's all highway.
All right, so let's talk about. You know what? I got time. You feel me? I love my interesting interviews and my people that come through, and y'all on the back end. So we can go over a little bit. We started a little bit late, but this is K1 Radio. This is a direct line interview, a live interview on our broadcast with the homie The Messenger. Shout out to him. And I got to get a little bit in depth because this is called direct line interviews. We have direct conversations. I got to ask you, fam. You said you're from a city with two red lights. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how is that? How do you get inspired to feel like you can get to the next level and become a star in the music industry, which is so tough? When you're from Pearson, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I know you probably maybe had to relocate because I can't imagine any part of the industry having roots down there like studios and stuff. Probably had to come to Atlanta to get the grind on, obviously, to the closest city, which is the Mecca. But still, how do you even just get the inspiration to feel like I can do it when you're from a small town like that?
For me, being that I'm from a small town and the mindset that I've always had, like I've always wanted to be different. I always had the mindset that I wasn't going to let, small town living. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with small town living. I love where I'm from. But I never wanted to be boxed in. I always wanted to reach my full potential. And I've been singing and writing music since I was a kid, since I can remember. So I felt like, there was no reason for me to stay just boxed in and keep my mind in solitude. So I enlisted into the Army in 2013. Okay. And then I started seeing different parts of the world and traveling and doing that. And I was saying to myself, if this country boy can see all these different areas, Germany, Paris, Berlin, Amsterdam, if I can see that, then what would happen if I take my talent and my passion and put my all into it? What would happen if I do that? I can reach the whole masses of people with my music. And now I'm here in Augusta, which is only a couple hours away from Atlanta. That allowed me that easy access to travel back and forth and make these moves. And once I got back into Georgia, there was nothing going to stop me from pursuing my passion. And I've been doing it since then.
Good stuff, man. I love that. And like you said, you went out and saw the world and inspires you and lets you know that you can always do more. You can always be greater. I myself am not as small as Pearson. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm from a small city too that's not really big. Like I'm not from a metropolitan known area either. And I struggled with finding inspiration to pursue my dreams growing up because I didn't have anybody to look up to personally that did it before. Like you said, Tyreek Hill. I mean, there's a lot of guys from Georgia that made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Maybe not from Pearson, but still, it's kind of hard when you've never had anybody that you can personally connect with that had success in the field to draw and just feel like you can realistically make it. You have to dream. So you said that you're an engineer and you do everything with music, man. So tell me about that full skill set. How did you get into engineering and producing and all that?
What happened for me was when I was a kid, I played band. I was in the band, so I was a drummer. I'm a drummer by trade.
Okay.
So drums was I love anything dealing with making a beat. So what happened was coming into this industry and learning about budgets and learning about marketing and learning about what it takes to actually produce a record. And understanding that I didn't have the access to really drive or really get into studios. So I started building my studio when I was living in Texas because there really wasn't no studios in El Paso, Texas.
Right.
So I started building my own studio, and I just started going on YouTube and learning how to engineer. And when I bought my audio interface, it came with Studio One Professional. So I just started diving into that and learning how to do it myself. So then I started getting more of an ear for the music, learning the different knobs and the different, patterns of how to do things within the engineer world. Right. So it brought out more of my creativity, because when I lock into my own studio, I can actually go in there and get creative as I want to without having to pay for it. So then when it's time to finalize my sound, I'm not going into anyone else's studio wasting their time. I already have everything locked in.
Listen, I gotta give you some real props, bro, because we walked a very similar path. Like for me where I'm at, with me sitting here, and you probably never really met me or talked to me because this is our first introduction. But I pretty much did almost the same exact thing that you did. Like literally all the way down to all the way down to I went to the military. I was from a small town, went to the military, knew I really wanted to do music. Got out of the military, came straight to Atlanta, didn't even go back home. I'm an artist myself by trade. Got tired of paying producers and engineers, so I went to school to learn how to engineer, and then I taught myself how to produce on an MPC. That's how old I am.
Okay.
And so your story is shockingly similar to mine. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how it all happens for a lot of us. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, man. I'm a firm believer that everything is put in place and happens for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff, man. So let's talk about the music itself. Like, you said that you R&B, hip hop. Now, so when people say that normally, I'm like, okay. So what are they really like? What are they really like? You said you do both. Like, that's a broad scope. Like, talk about the music itself. Like, what's your inspiration and what kind of style? I guess if you do both, you can't really narrow it down. We got a couple of hybrids out here that do both, that are good at it. So let's talk about why you feel like you do both and why you feel like you can't really just pick one.
Solely because with the gift and the talent that I have been given, I've never wanted to be boxed into one genre. I never wanted to be boxed into like, oh, he's only a pop singer, or he's only a hip hop artist. Because solely I grew up on a lot of music. I remember when my dad was playing The Whispers and Johnny Taylor and Marvin Cease. Like, I grew up on a lot of different styles of music. And then growing up and listening to Michael Jackson and growing into Neo, Chris Brown. But then also growing up with the Lil Waynes, the Kanye Wests, the Eminems, the Twista, like Mystical, like the whole No Limit era. Like, I grew up listening to a lot of music. So I gravitated to the style of writing in a lot of different ways. So there may be times where I just feel like I'm in a mood of loving, and I'm in a mood of talking about some heartbreak or anything dealing with R&B, and I just tap into it. But there may be some times where I just want to, pop my talk and, just, have a good time and, just be on something deeper. and then I just tap into the hip hop side. So I'm blessed to be able to have a pen and the voice to be able to tap in on both sides.
Oh, you definitely are. If you can do both and you can pull it off and it sounds good, you know what I mean? I mean, who am I to argue? One of the biggest artists in the world is Drake. Who am I to argue? Right. Who's gonna argue against Drake's path? And Drake sings and he raps. That's just facts. He sings and he literally sings and raps. So there's that part. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
You don't have to love Drake. You don't have to like Drake, but you have to respect Drake's grind and
you gotta respect it. Yeah.
It's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So this is K100 Radio. I'm your host,
For sure.
Blizzum. Absolutely.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
We rock it out with the Messenger. I want to get into the music.
Sir.
All right. I got a video for you too, as well. Right. So we've got 2 songs by you, but we got one of them called "Run Up," and we actually got a video for that one. And I got that joint loaded up. So if you're watching right now on our YouTube channel, or if you're watching over there on our Facebook page, Facebook live stream, you'll be able to actually see the video. You feel me? So shout out to everybody that's watching over there.
Okay.
I got to tell you this. I watched the video. I love this record. So tell me about like some of the struggles that you have as an independent artist putting all this stuff together. Because I know, I don't know you, but I know for a fact kind of sort of probably how your brain works. You sound just like me.
Right.
Whereas you're not going to wait for anybody to do it. You're going to do it yourself. So you probably had a nice little hand in making sure this got done. You know what I mean? What was it like shooting this video, and what is it like, you know, being that talented, knowing that you got control of everything? Because sometimes people like us who could control and do everything, we don't know when to let go. We don't know when to secede, give it over to somebody else. We tend to do too much. Tell me about that.
Well, to be honest with you, it's the fact that, you know, I mean, I got a team. I say that. I do have a team. Like I have, you know, I do have support. But when it comes down to me putting all this stuff together, like I know that where I wanted to shoot the video at. So I got in contact with the owner of the building, and got that locked in. And then once I got that locked in with the time, I called Swag, Just Swag TV. Swag, he shot the video, and it was, and everybody in the video is either cousins, wives, cousins' girlfriend, and my wife. Right. My wife is the leading lady in the video, and that's important to me because I have a family and a supporting team that's willing to, you know, stand by me, and if I need them for videos or any type of thing, they're there for me, and I truly appreciate it. So putting together videos really isn't a lot of work anymore, solely because I shoot with Swag.
Right. Also, and you don't need to get video vixens because you don't want to get stabbed in your sleep by your wife.
Right.
No need for unnecessary drama. So we're just gonna put wifey in the video. Just put wifey in the video like you did. Right. Solve all that. Put her in the video.
Right. I'm gonna be honest with you, but one of my inspirations on that was I always noticed how Kevin Gates and Eric Bellinger, how they rock out. Kevin Gates on the hip hop side and Eric Bellinger on the R&B side, how they put their wives in their videos, and how Nipsey, rest in peace Nipsey Hussle, how he used to put Lauren in the videos, and I respect that. And I was like, it's okay to put your wife in the video, and I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I understand. But we've been a little bit unfair when we talking about Lauren though. It's not fair to the average woman.
Right.
All right, let's get to the video. Hey, if you're watching this, turn. It sounds like I got a little echo from you. Maybe turn down if you're watching this on a computer or something. I feel like I'm getting the echo. over there on your
Okay.
end. Turn that down. I feel like if you're watching this on your phone or something like that, turn that volume down. It's giving me an echo. All right, but anyway,
right.
this is K100 Radio.
Cool.
We're live right now. We're talking about with the Messenger, and I'm getting ready to play this video for him. Hold on a second. The name of the song is called "Run It Up." So tell me about that, Joe. Give me a synopsis and give me an intro, Messenger, about that record.
Hey man, Run It Up is solely about rubbing it, not necessarily rubbing it in their face, but basically proving people wrong, letting people know that no matter where I'm from, no matter what I've been through, look at me now. Like, I'm constantly running it up. I'm still saying what I said I was going to do, and nothing's going to stop me from running it up. So that's the synopsis of Run It Up.
All right, let's check this one out. Again, I got the video for this one. So you guys check it out over there on YouTube and all that stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Find the video if you like it. This is The Messenger. Name of this joint is called Run It Up. Check it out. It's K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards. You bastards. You bastards.
I mean, all I do is grind, man. That money ain't gonna come to me, I gotta go get it. You feel me?
Steady running up the D's, got set. Me a million money, tall days, ceiling, hundreds and twins. Running up the D's, got set. Me a million money, tall days, ceiling, hundreds and twins. Running up the D's, got set. Me a million money, tall days, ceiling. Steady running up the D's, got set. Me a million money, tall days, ceiling. Running up like a train, stay moving to the money like an athlete. Gotta run down, stop, and relax me, cause I stick to the strip like Sesame. I mean, stick to the strip like I got. Ain't no one to provide us a factor. Just as a ghetto gospel, I'm the pastor. No pulpit and no mentor. All I need is a mic I can get on, and a crazy beat I can't let it on. Guaranteed to have the blood jumping, and if I fuck with the mailman, finna bring the check home. I make the pies, y'all pulling out. I on the withdrawal, large amount. You steady break up what y'all got, and I ain't steady, not one of mine. I'm a Mr. Free, what do you own? I make moves just to make more. You the type of guy that'll flex a lot, instead of borrowing your cousin clothes. I go and get it by any means. I had a dream, all I saw was cream. While you steady riding on your enemies, I'm steady rising on my enemies. What you gonna do?
Don't do that.
That left my rip.
Left my rip.
That's mine.
Left my rip. Put your other five in now. Put your other five in. Put your other five. 5 and 5. You put 4. 7. Nah, I put 5. I put 5. You already know. 8. Little too much. Whoa. Y'all gonna do without me, bro? Y'all gonna do this without me, bro? What's up with that?
Put your money down there.
Let's go. All right, let's go.
Running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling, 150s and them 20s. Running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling, 150s and them 20s. Said I'm running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling. Said I'm running, steady running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling. Running and I can't stop. All this drip coming feeling like a raindrop. I'm too hot to cool like one ton suit. And my money different color like Fruit Loops. I'm too blessed to stress about what's next. I used to be broke, living check to check. Now it's brand new wheels from the dealership. Ain't nothing in it cause I own this. Top floor suites when I vacate. Been making money since 8th grade. Birthdays used to be the worst days. Never got cake without birthdays. They know what it is when I enter the room. You married the money, you jump the broom. She cheating on you cause she let her see me. Whenever I touch her, she get what I need. Oh yeah, I'm on go here. Just say that place we can go there. My style is unique and so rare. I inherit this life so ill. How I'm killing these rappers, it isn't fair. I want all this smoke, you just giving air. I'm the hottest coming out my city, and it's been 7 years since me living there. Steady running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling, 150s and them 20s. Running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling, 150s and them 20s. Said I'm running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling. Said I'm running, steady running up the D, just got to stack me a million money taller than the ceiling.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
All right, K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. This is a direct line interview. We chopping it up with The Messenger. All right, that was the name of his joint, man. It was called Run It Up. This is K100 Radio. Remember, this is a direct line interview, man. Hey, Messenger. Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Welcome again back to the show. It's good talking to you, man. I got. Let me check my phone line. Let me see if I got this 984 number on the line. I'm see if they rocking with you or not. Hold on a second. Area code 984-444. What up? Who this?
Yes, can I do a shout out to The Messenger?
Yes, go ahead. Give a shout out real quick.
Keep on grinding and shining, baby.
All right. To The Messenger, they said keep on grinding and shining, homie. That's for you, bro. They on the phone line checking in.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Thank you for calling in, caller. All right. So
K100, you bastards.
We got another song from you too, man. We got to make sure we drop these records. You know what I'm talking about? But let's talk about your relationship with the homie DJ Swag. Like, it's really important for artists to have good management, a good team, good representation, man. How did you hook up with the homie and got plugged in with us?
So back in 2020, I met Swag. Swag gave me my very first radio interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gave me my first. Yeah, he gave me my first radio interview when he was at Hood Rich Films.
But how did that come about? But how did that become from there to your manager? Like that's a big step. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
How does that happen?
So right. So how that worked was so he gave me my first radio interview, and we would do business here and there. But then what happened was my very first music video that went viral was my R&B track that I did, Stretch Marks. Mm-hmm. And he shot that video. And then I started doing like pop-ups and things, and then next thing you know, he shot my next video. And then he shot my next video. And then he shot my next video. And then on top of that, he saw how I was staying consistent.
Right. Well, consistency is the key, man. Like, more than anything, you know what I'm saying? More than, there's a lot of factors. There is no formula. There is no, equation that equals fame, that equals a million records sold or whatever. But everybody has to take their own path, and it's always going to be a different combination every time of what happens. But consistency is always one of the prime numbers I give it. If we're talking math, it's part of the ones and the zeros in this code that you got to have. You feel what I'm saying? In order to go to where you really want to go, if you want to be able to live off your music in this entertainment industry, man. Good stuff.
Right.
So I got another record by you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, and then I just shot. He was my mentor the whole entire time, and then I just shot him a message about something, and it just so happened that he was already thinking about bringing me under management a year before I even had that conversation with him. So that just goes to show that we were already thinking on the same page. I had already really wanted him to be my manager, but really never knew how to ask because I've never had a manager. I've always did this by myself.
Right.
And we was already running it up before the contract, and we've been doing crazy numbers since then. So.
All right, good stuff, man. All right, so I got this other record. It's called I Found Love. So tell me about this record. Is this completely different from the other one?
Yeah, it's very different from the other one. So, being that I'm from South Georgia and I'm close to the Florida line, the South Florida line, a lot of the South Florida music would gravitate to us when I was younger and in the clubs, and those were the type of music that was being played. On top of your Southern hip hop, but South Florida music was gravitating to South Georgia. And it was already instilled in me. And when I just released my latest R&B project called A Thin Line Between Love and Lust. And on the album, I was like, you know what? I don't have anything that has this South Florida vibe, and I've been wanting to make a song like this ever since I said I was going to start back making music. So one night I just went into my studio and I wanted to have fun, basically describing a situation of when, I was just in the club and there was this woman that caught my eye, and it was love at first sight. And I found love in the club, and that's the gist of the song.
All right, let's check this one out. This is The Messenger. Name of this joint is called I Found Love. This is K100 Radio, and this is a direct line interview. Hit that subscribe button.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
It's The Messenger. I saw you looking good from across the room. You caught my eye, I cannot lie, I had to know you. I had to get closer, baby, so I pulled up like a chauffeur, baby. I like my women hot, I like my coffee, you don't woke me up like some Folgers, baby. And it's true, I like the way that you move, the way you do what you do, made me wanna come and juke with you. And you got me on fire, can I take it higher? Without you I'm fly, but with you I'm flyer. Girl, I'm feeling you, I hope you feel the same. Don't believe it coincidence, girl, this is fate. And girl, I got all night long, long as the DJ playing my song. I found love, love in the club. Girl, I found love, love in the club. And we gon' chill tonight, 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 we gon' chill tonight. Patron is right, it's in my cup, girl, what you drinking on? She said tequila, margarita, and she need one more. Bartender, give me another. Matter if I make it a double. And if I get one more, then it's finna be on. This girl finna be in trouble. Yeah, she don't know who she dealing with. She don't know who she dealing with. Yeah, but I can tell how she grabbed my hand, that the girl really feeling it. She said that I got all night long, long as the DJ playing our song. I found love in the club. Girl, I found love in the club.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards.
All right, K100 Radio. I'm your host, Blizzard. We rocking out with The Messenger. What's happening? Before we get ready to get up out of here, I got to make sure I bring the homie on the line. Hey, Messenger.
What's going on?
What's happening, man? I got to make sure that you give out your social media information and give out how people can find all your music on all platforms, bro. Give it to me, man.
Hey, what's good, world? Y'all can find me on all social media platforms at It's The Messenger. ITZ. Don't forget the Z. It's The Messenger. I'm on all distributing platforms as The Messenger. Go check out my latest project, A Thin Line Between Love and Lust. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, It's The Messenger. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and comment the latest video. Just stay tuned. And if you in Atlanta on May 7th, my next show is at the Culture Fest at Apache XLR. That's May 7th. That's a Saturday night. You don't want to miss it.
All right, gonna be up in the city. For sure, for sure. May 7th, that's around the corner, man. So good luck. I'm looking forward to checking you out, maybe running across you in person, man. That's what's up, bro. Good stuff, man. All right.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, K100 Radio. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Shout out to The Messenger, our second interview of the night. It was a great interview, man. Make sure if you're watching this on YouTube, you hit that subscribe button for K100 Radio, and of course over there on The Messenger. Shout out to my guy DJ Swag. All right. I appreciate everybody who rocked out with these independent artists. That's what we do over here at K100 Radio. We just give you a straight-up conversation with some of these artists, you know what I'm saying? And our platform is built for you guys to just get a little more access to the independent artists. I mean, I know when you're an independent artist, you kind of already have access to those people because they're normal people, and a lot of times they got to get up and go to work, and you'll see them at wherever you see them, in Walmart or whatever, because they're not superstars, and they don't have people, at their every beck and call, you know what I'm saying, to do everything for them yet. But just remember, they still need to be respected as artists. They still got some dope shit to say. And so we just provide a platform for you over here on K100 Radio to check it out and have a conversation with them and listen to their music. So please support the platforms that support the indies if you really rock with indies and you like hearing new music and you want to show us some love. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to our YouTube channel or like us on social media or follow our podcast on Spotify. Sign up for our email, k100radio.com. Hey, we send out email blasts. You may come across your new favorite artist, man, because we got a lot of dope people in the pipelines. You feel me? So this is K100 Radio. Again, I'm your host, Blizzum, and this was a direct line interview. We'll catch you guys next time. Later.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B. When you think of K100 Radio,
We're taking this far.
We got it on lock with classic hip hop and R&B.
We taking you back in the day.
Way back.
24/7 on your radio.
LL Cool J, Ice Cube,
Lauryn Hill,
Snoop D-O Double G, Outkast, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z,
Mary J. Blige,
Notorious B.I.G.
This is Q-Tip.
K100 Radio.
Stop. Shut them down, open up shop.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
I am for real.
Turn us up now. We are
Hip Hop and R&B.
In 3, 2, 1.
It's Street Anthems, bitch. Hey, come on. Music certified by the streets.
This your man DJ Will Money. Catch my mix show Street Anthems live right here on this station. I'm playing the hottest hip hop and R&B music. I'm also showing love to all the independent artists with the Indie Spotlight segment.